Hello, Kelly here, Kelly's Soroka Life. And today we are talking about tourmalinated quartz. And this is quartz that has black tourmaline in it, thus the name tourmalinated quartz, which is a mouthful to say, but it's a fun crystal and it's a very beautiful crystal and one that I have really been enjoying working with for the month of January 2026. So let me tell you a little bit about this tourmalinated quartz. This is a piece that I have, and you see that it's quartz. It's a white, clear-ish quartz, and it has these black splotches in it, and that is the black tourmaline. And this one, the piece that I have, the tourmaline is kind of thick. It's like in bigger patches in it. And you will see a lot of pieces of this tourmalinated quartz. It'll have like very kind of spiky looking because black tourmaline is normally kind of spiky looking. And if you see it in its rough form, it looks kind of spiky. So it's this tourmaline, black tourmaline that's growing alongside this clear quartz. And it makes this just beautiful, beautiful crystal. And it is great because it combines the best properties of black tourmaline and clear quartz together. And when I first started using crystals, I often used black tourmaline and clear quartz together, but separate. And so I would have like the black tourmaline and clear quartz, and I would use it in places particularly that I wanted to protect and to cleanse. And so the clear quartz would kind of cleanse everything, but then the black tourmaline would be there for protection. And black tourmaline is a wonderful protective crystal. And clear quartz is great for everything. I mean, you can use clear quartz for a number of things. You can use it for cleansing, you can use it for protection, you can use it to clear negativity out of the air if you want to clear a space and you want to, maybe you have some leftover energy that you just want to get rid of. Clear quartz does that. Clear quartz will amplify all the other crystals that you use. So using the black tourmaline and the clear quartz together, just makes that black tourmaline even more powerful. And you can use clear quartz by itself as an amplifier. But having them together in one quartz like this or one crystal like this is great because you can tap into both of those energies and use it as a very protective grounding stone. And so it's also because it has the dark and the light, the shadow and the light in with it together. It's great to use when you're facing maybe trying to find balance or trying to find your way into, you're trying to kind of like grasp a paradox or something that you want to, you're working with, and you feel like there's more than one truth coming at you at one time and you're working through that. It's also great to use when you're working in or with the liminal. So if you're in a time that maybe on coming up, we have Imbolc coming up the last day of January into the first day of February. And that's often celebrated as a time of that midpoint time between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So it's this kind of liminal time. You could use it maybe in an evening practice. That's a liminal time. Or if you're traveling, I feel like travel is a liminal time. So it might be a good stone to bring with you during travel to protect you in that liminal space and protect and cleanse wherever you are going or wherever you are traveling. So it's also good if you are facing a fear or you want to release a bad habit. So it's just a great stone to use. And it's a great stone for this time of year because we are in kind of coming up on this time of being between winter, going through winter and, getting to springtime, and we're in that kind of in between space of everything, the holidays and everything. The end of the year is over, the end of the calendar year is over, and now we're looking for spring. And spring is a time we're kind of in this reflective time, this introspective time, which that black tourmaline is good for. But looking ahead, making clear goals of what we want to start working on in the spring, what we want to birth in the spring. So it's a great time of year to work with it. And any other time that you might be working with this kind of energy, in maybe between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox, or on the autumn equinox, when we have that time of balance, or using it for the spring equinox coming up. So it's a really handy stone to use, not only at this time of year, but other times, those kind of liminal times that you're looking for balance, or you're looking for space, or you want to have some protection and some cleansing at the same time. So this one, I thought, because January is often a time that we want to set new goals, that we want to make resolutions, and you see other people maybe making resolutions, even if you don't really think that this is the time for you to make resolutions, or the time of that newness for you, whatever that means for you at this time. It's still a time that we can, because it is the beginning of a calendar year, it is a time that we can use to free ourselves if we have something maybe from the last year that's hanging around that we really don't want to bring into this calendar year, or something that we want to work with that we know that we don't want to necessarily grow when it's time for growth in the spring. And so you want to get rid of a bad habit that you want to get rid of. And so it's great. This is a great stone to work with that. So we're going to do a little spell here that helps you release a bad habit. So what you will do, and I'll have this on a PDF for you, and I'll have the PDF and a link to it below so that you can see this and do it for yourself. So releasing a bad habit with tourmalinated quartz. So write down the habit. So you need just a piece of paper. So write down the habit that you would like to release. So write it down, probably, on a little small piece of paper. And then hold, if you have some tourmalinated quartz in your hands, you can use it, and you can hold it in your hands, or you can just hold your hands together. You can use a picture, any way that you can bring the energy in. If you have black tourmaline, you can use that, or clear quartz, of course, you can use that. But however that you want to bring this energy in, so hold it between your hands, and then say, and you'll have your piece of paper like down here underneath your hands. This habit that keeps me from being free is now released with intentionality. I ask Tourmalinated Quartz to be my support in reality. So may it be. So now you can take your piece of paper that's got your bad habit on it. You can tear it up into several little small pieces so that it's releasing this energy. And then however you feel like that you want to release it into the universe, into the divine, then you can burn it if you would like. You can recycle it, if you recycle paper, or you can toss it in the trash, however you feel like that is best to release this bad habit. And then you can carry your crystal with you. If you have the actual crystal, you can write down just the name of the quartz on a piece of paper and carry it with you. But carry the crystal or the energy with you until you feel you have truly released this bad habit. So maybe the next time that you're faced with this bad habit and you're tempted, think back to your tourmalinated quartz and say, help me to get through this, to help me release it. Or if you feel like that you're falling back into a bad pattern, then you can go back to your crystal or your energy and do this releasing again. and it will help you work through releasing that bad habit. So that is this is the crystal that I'm working with for January, and I am working with 4 study items for January, and also reading a fiction book, and I'll tell you about that later. But the 4 things that study items that I'm working with are Tourmalinated Quartz. So this is the crystal. The herb that I'm working with is milky oats, and I will have that video out very shortly. And the deck that I'm working with is the Magical Hours Tarot. And the book that I am reading, and I don't have it with me because I was reading it in the other room, is The Wild Apothecary. What is it called? The Wild Apothecary. The Apothecary of Belonging. And so that is the Apothecary of Belonging. And I'll have links to all of these for you down at the bottom so that you can see what I'm studying for this month. And so far, this crystal has been a wonderful crystal to work with, and releasing some bad habits that I did fall back into, kind of eating badly, not getting enough sleep, not exercising as much as I wanted. So this has been a really helpful crystal for me to work through some of those things in January and get back into the eating a little bit healthier, getting back to the gym, and doing some exercising, and just doing some and taking care of myself. So that's really been helpful for me. So let me know, is there a bad habit that you want to work with, or something that you want to release at this time? Let me know, and we can support each other in the breaking and releasing these habits. So thank you for joining me for Tourmalinated Quartz this month, and I will see you again very soon, because I'm getting ready to do the video on milky oats, and so I'll have that out as well. So I will see you again soon. Bye.